Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's still me, that happy girl. If you're a new subscriber, oh my god, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, it's good to have you back. I've missed you all, I'm sure you have too. So I got a call from a subscriber who is also a friend about what to pack for her hospital bag, and also I got another call from another friend. It's just a coincidence, a similar call from another friend. So I thought to myself, why don't you put together a video, because there may be one or two other mamas out there who will actually need this information. What am I talking about? That is packing for your hospital delivery, like for expectant moms who are ready to go to the hospital and are confused as to what to have in their hospital bag. Now this video is for you. Even if you're not an expectant mom, and of course you might know someone who will or who is going to be, even if you're a guy, your wife someday will need this information. So please sit back and don't bother to write, because I'm gonna leave the comprehensive list in the description section below. So at the end of the video, just feel free to scroll down and then get the list from there, okay? And also, before I proceed, for those expectant mamas who will be watching me right now, I wish you did I say expectant mamas? Yeah, about to deliver, expectant. Are they even the same thing? Don't mind me. Okay, so soon to deliver mamas, let me use that word. So I wish you safe delivery in advance, and can't wait to have that baby. Yeah, so let's get right down to business. Back in the days, as an expectant mom myself, like when in my baby making days, I'm now a pro. Like, not really a pro. I'm an oldie in the game, right? I'm a veteran. Yeah, yeah, you can call me that too. Yeah, back in the day when I was in similar situation, I needed suggestion, or I just needed information on what to actually have in my hospital bag, because as is all other new mamas out there, we usually empty out the baby shops in the market. Like those vendors, they are not nice at all. They will make you go home with the whole of their shop. Have you bought this? Have you bought that? And trust me, all those babies are so cute. Like, oh my god, I need to have this. And before I knew it, I literally came home with half of the woman's shop that day. So yes, we have gone to the market and now we're back. We're not going to go with all of those things to the hospital, are we? So we'll be needing a video like this one, or a list from an experienced mama, or what exactly you should have in your hospital bag, so you do have everything you need and not too much of what you don't need, right? Because I actually came on YouTube that time to search for a video like this one, and all I could find were videos made by greenhorns like myself, like mamas who just went to the market and they just want to showcase all that they bought for their babies. And at the end of the day, I could almost say that they are equally as clueless as myself. So the videos didn't quite help. They only showed us what they bought. But now, as a 3-star general in this business, you can actually trust in this list I'm giving you, because if you pack your bag based on what I'm going to give you here today, trust me, you will not have to rush off to go and buy something from the hospital or any nearby shop at an exorbitant price, because you will have everything that you need to receive that bundle of joy of yours from the hospital. Maybe thinking about it now, I'm also going to make another video of what to actually buy, because I've realized that at the end of the day, I ended up buying so much of things I actually didn't need, like I didn't get to use, like ever, like literally ever. So I'm going to make another video to give you that list of the must buys and then the optional buys, so that if you want to go a bit crazy, or if you have all the cheddar in the world and you want to just splurge, then you can actually go. So I'm gonna do that in the next video. So please, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do so. Look at the screen below, you see that button now? Click it, and also click that bell button beside it, so you'll be notified when I do put up that video, okay? As you already know by now, I'm not a new mom, neither am I an expectant one. So the list I'm going to give you, I'm actually supposed to be showing you as I call them out, but I neither have any of these things with me. Either they are spoiled or given out or no longer in existence with me, okay? So I'm gonna find pictures from the internet, so that as I call out, I will show it to you somewhere here, so that because most of us might know these things, but we just don't know what they are called. So as I call them out, I will show you pictures. So all right, so don't worry at all. Okay, so take it from me, you need 2 bags for this. All right, it's really advisable to pack your baby stuff in a different bag, and then your stuff as the mama in a different bag, so that if you have a caregiver who's there with you who wasn't even there when you did the packing, all she needs to do is just reach into the bag and get the items neatly and organized without having to mix match for you. For color crazy person like myself, I had boys, and so I like all those cute match and match, you know. So you don't want somebody mismatching for you, because those early days all we do is snap and snap and snap away. So you also want your baby to look insta worthy in all those cute pictures you're going to be snapping. Okay, so 2 bags is advised, but whereby you can, there's no problem at all. Okay, you can actually pack in 1 bag, but if you are to ask my opinion, I suggest you pack 2 bags, 1 for the baby and 1 for you, the mama. So going by my suggestion, I'm going to give you the list anyway, so it's your choice to actually merge the items together. So we're packing the baby bag now. So first on the list is a bath towel. You need just 1. Babies are really dirty, right? They don't even need to bathe, but if they must, 1 bath towel for the bag is enough for the baby. You need 3 face towel. Now the average number of stay for new moms, hospital stay for new moms is like, say, 3 days. If you delivered vaginally, a day or 2 max, and then you're off home. But if you delivered via cesarean section, in the absence of any complication whatsoever, 3 days, maximum 4 days, and you're good to go. So but I'm just going to average it, and then you can actually modify the list to suit your peculiar circumstance. So we're going to be packing for 3 days. All right, so back to the list. You need 3 face towel like this. You need bib, you know, the one you wear on their neck to collect the drools or feeding drips or whatever. Just, you need bib. You need 3 of those. You also need a bath foam, or some people actually prefer to use any soft face towel to bathe the baby, but personally I use the bath foam just like this. You also need a bath soap. Now there are so many products in the market, right? And most of them, these kids end up reacting to them. So you want to get a product that is actually mild and subtle enough. Personally, the one that at the end of the day came highly recommended was Dove soap, this particular brand. So it was quite subtle, it was quite mild on the baby's skin, no reactions, nothing, and it's unscented too, so less chemicals. So, but if you have preference, sure, go with it. But you need bath soap in your bag, and you need Vaseline, preferably Blue Seal Vaseline, because what do you do with it for your diaper change? Like when you change the baby diaper, there are a lot of diaper cream and products out there, but Blue Seal came highly recommended. So you need 1 jar of the Blue Seal Vaseline. You need wipes. There are a lot of brands in the market, right? But this Huggies unscented came highly recommended, because for some reason most newborns are predisposed to jaundice at birth, and one of the things you need to do as a mom to help manage that condition is to avoid any harsh chemical, any sort of perfume, menthol and all that. The hospital will recommend that you do away with raw mentholator, you know, all that stuff. So to be on the safe side, I mean, the baby poo is not even smelly at this time, so this unscented wipe is just calm and subtle on the baby. So it's recommended. As the child grows older and begins to give out all those really smelly, you know, then you can go for all those heavily scented wipes. But at this point, we are packing for the hospital. That means we're packing for the first few days of this baby's life, so you need something mild. All right, so this is highly recommended. Next on the list is the Shawls. All right, you know, those really soft shawl that you need in swaddling the baby, like this one. You need just 3. That is 1 for each day, right? And then you need 1 blanket. That's those thick woolly ones that after swaddling with the shawl, you can just use it to wrap them. These ones are really dirty, you know, because you just need it to cover them while lying on the bed or cot or whatever. So 1 is enough for the whole stay, but you need 3 of the shawl. You also need the cap, the woolly one, the cotton one, just um, to retain heat in the baby. You need 3. That is 1 for each day. You also need a comb because you don't already know if your child is going to come out hairy or not. So the comb packet usually comes in different sizes of comb. So just put the entire pack in your bag because you don't know what you eventually meet, right? So it's quite small, so it wouldn't take up much space in the bag. So just put the entire packet in the bag. You need your diapers. Now, it is advised that at birth you change the baby diapers every 2 hours, right? And most of the time, these kids just after changing, before you even set them down, they have done another thing. All right. So I want to average it like 5 diaper per day, right? So it could be more, it could be less, but for the sake of not having too much going around in the bag, right? Just I think 15 pieces of diaper is okay, but to be on the safe side, you can make it up to 20, because just the medium pack size. If you bought the what do you call it? The big size packet, right? Just pick out 20 from there and put in the bag. And next on the list, you need the onesies, the bodysuit, like this one. We're packing for 3 days, remember? So you just need 3. 3 is fine. You also need overalls like this. 3 also is fine. And you need mittens, that is the glove that they wear to, apart from keeping them warm, to save them from cutting their faces with those really crisp and sharp nails that they tend to grow at this point. So you need 3 of those. You need cotton wool. Now there's a secret. Most of the cotton wool come like this, but I will advise that you make them into balls like this. Put them in any airtight container, and then when you get to the hospital, you empty you need methylated spirit. So you empty the methylated spirit into it, so that per diaper change that you need to clean the baby's umbilicals, all you need is just pick out a ball or 2 from the lot, and then shut the container back so that the spirit doesn't evaporate, because it's highly volatile, right? And also I've also come to notice that the cork thread of this methylated spirit bottle is usually, it wears off easily. As a result, you find that upon trying to cork it, the cork will just keep going so freely like that, and before you know it, the spirit evaporates. So it's usually advised that you just empty it in that not really empty, but pour enough quantity in that airtight container. So you just pick out the 2 balls of cotton wool and then shut it back. Moving on, you need a sanitizer, right? Because depending on the kind of hospital where you deliver, there may be wash hand basins around for your guests, your visitors, to wash their hands before handling the baby. But in the absence of that, you need a medium size jar of sanitizer handy, so that once your guests come in, you just squirt generous quantity into their palms, they rub over, and then at least for that period they are safe to handle the baby. So you need a jar of sanitizer. You need your baby lotion. There are also a lot of brands in the market. I really cannot recommend anyone right now, but I can only recommend the one that I have tried, I have used, and it came out nice for me all 3 times that I've used it. That is coconut oil. Yes, all those big brand names. Yeah, I tried quite a couple, and I realized that my kids reacted to them. And apart from that, funny way, I'll tell you a funny story of how I discovered this coconut oil thingy, right? So my baby had this pimple-like rash on the cheek here. So it was quite nasty, right? So I took him to the hospital, and the doctor prescribed a certain ointment. I think, what's the name again? I think Ribotan. Yeah. Then I got home, I read the leaflet. I was a helicopter mom. Like, I was too fussy about everything. I needed to make sure, like, I'm like that. So after reading the leaflet, I wasn't quite comfortable, especially because the rash was on the face, and this child has a tendency of touching the face and then straight into the mouth. So I wasn't quite comfortable applying it. So I bought it, and then I just left it. And so one day I went out with my baby, and this woman, she was selling coconut oil around, and she said she was preaching. She recommended that this oil does cures all ailments in the world, like you know how vendors could be. So I didn't blame her anyway. And she looked at my baby. She's like, "Madam, even this rash on your baby's face, this coconut oil will take care of it. Kia kia." I doubted, but then it wouldn't hurt. I asked her how much. She gave me the prices for all the different sizes of the bottle. So I went for the least, I think 500 ml. I forgot, but I went for the least, and it wasn't so expensive, just 500 naira. So I bought it and I came home and I applied this thing. Friends, like guys, no jokes. By the next day, this rash shrunk. Like I was like, is this magic or what? And then I applied it again the second day, and I don't even know how to explain it. Like just like magic, this rash literally disappeared. Like it peeled off. It just shrunk, dried off, and then it peeled off while I was bathing the baby. I was like, this is like abracadabra or what? Oh my god! And just like that, I'm like, what am I even doing? Because at the time, baby had quite a few rashes on his neck too. So I decided to go gaga with this coconut oil thingy, and I started applying it over his body. And in a day 2, 3, and the rashes were gone. And why am I even wasting my time buying all these expensive chemicals in the name of baby lotion? And that was how I stuck with coconut oil up until today. My first child, second and last, up to today, we're still using coconut oil. So now that is my own experience. Feel free to explore. But back to our list, you need a baby lotion, and then you need a feeding bottle. Those early days, assuming you're not lactating yet, you need to keep expressing as often as you can, save in the bottle so that the baby will have enough to eat. And even in the absence of your breast milk, they could actually give him formula. So you need at least 2 bottles. If you're lactating, oh well and good, you can actually express enough and save in the bottles. But whereby you're not, then they could give the baby the formula. But usually they administer it with all those gigantic syringes. So I don't know, but you just need to have it. Better you have it and not need it, okay? So you need 2 feeding bottles, and you need a breast friend pillow like this. Yeah, some people call it boppy pillow, but there is boppy pillow, and then there is this. For those of us who deliver via cesarean section, everywhere is all sore and tender. You can't even lean or bend or whatever. So you need to wear this pillow so that it brings your baby a little closer to you. You don't need to lean in or hurt yourself. And then both mother and baby is comfortable while you guys are doing your business, breastfeeding, and without having your hand give or hurt you or start, So you need this pillow. And then if you're going to be having a girl child, you need an earring. But for mothers who are not sure of what they are going to be having, earring is not such a big, and the piercing usually done in the hospital. So you need this stud earring in your bag. So I believe everything that baby needs for his first few days of life in the hospital, we have it all sorted out. And there's this thing I also do. It makes it easier for me. I spread out the overall. I put the onesie, that is the bodysuit, in it. I put the heart and the mitten, and I just fold it, and the bib and the face towel for each day, and I just fold it in and then place it neatly in the bag, so that if it's me or a nurse or my caregiver in the hospital that needs to get those items out after baby bath in the morning, all she needs to do is just reach into the bag, bring out that roll like that, and everything the baby needs to wear at that particular time for that day is just there, the way I want it, color matched accordingly, right? So that's also another tip. Now we're done with the baby, we're going to move on to mama, right? So mommy, baby don't need much, just the basics. You need your toothpaste and brush, very crucial. You don't want for the doctor who's ward round in the morning to run away because of. So you need your toothbrush and your paste. You need 2 nursing bras at least, in case you sweat, but 2 is enough. You need your breast pad. There are some mothers who are taps here, right? You like lactate like crazy. I'm one of such. So you need your breast pad to hold it in so that you don't wet your clothes or start dripping all over. So you need your breast pad. The packet is usually 50 inside of it. I use tummy tippy though, this one. So it's about 50 inside. You don't know how much you will lactate or not. So the packet is not quite big, but if you cannot fit it into your bag, just pick out like 10 or 20. 10 is fine. How many days are we even staying, right? It's just 3 days. So 10 is fine. Just to be on the safe side, okay? And so you need Your nightwear, which is supposed to be breastfeeding friendly too, should either have buttons here, or so you see all those your sexy lingerie, or leave them at home. You need something that will can comfortably breastfeed the child without exposing everything to people around you. Okay. Also, you need your day wear, which should have the same features, just in a regular shirt, button shirt is preferable, and leave your skinny jeans at home. Okay. For me, wrapper. I usually do wrapper or a skirt. I mean, I don't even want anything in that area that is actually pretty sore and tender, you know, the incision side. So a wrapper just does it, because if it's a trouser, if it's a skirt or anything, it hurts. Oh, better still, you can go for a gown, but ensure that it is very, very breastfeeding friendly. Okay. Also, you need your socks in case you get cold. I usually get cold in my feet, so I have my socks handy. 2 pairs is okay, you know, or even a pair, it's fine, it doesn't really get dirty. I mean, you're stationary, you're not moving around. You need your bathroom slippers for when you want to go and bath. Make sure it's new one, it still has thread, so you don't sleep. As a new mom, that is not the time you want to have such you know, bathroom accident by sleeping or falling. So you need new one that still have thread underneath, so you can grip as you walk. You need your phone charger, don't forget, because enough phone calls to be made, enough pictures to be snapped, enough videos to be made, enough video calls to be made. So you need your phone juice, and therefore an extension socket in case the one in the room is quite far from the bed. You don't want to be moving to and fro, so an extension socket to bring the power closer to you, so you just plug and then relax in your seat or your bed and then press away. You need your pants, preferably disposable ones. A dozen is fine, right? It's 3 days, remember, so assuming we get things, 2 per day is fine too. You need your hair packer, that's if you're not on low cut, because you don't want your hair all over baby's face, and it's usually hot in this part of the world, in Africa, so we don't want all of this drama, right? So your hair packer is fine. And then at night when you want to sleep, you need your hairnet to hold this drama together. Okay. You also need your soap, and to be on the safe side, assuming you're a mom who uses all these scented, expensive, chemical, I don't know, if you can manage using the same soap as the baby those few days, so the chemical from your soap or the strong perfume from yours doesn't affect him or her in any way, that's preferable. But if you cannot afford to stick with your soap, but you definitely need your soap in your bag, you need your sponge, you also need your own towel, and of course your makeup purse. Yeah, we went to sleep. The fact that you just put to bed doesn't mean you cannot sleep, because personally I slayed to the theater and I slayed out. As a matter of fact, one of the mornings the doctor came on ward round, she was all dressed up, I was too, and he was like, I was sitting, not on the bed. So he came in and, where's the mother? Is she in the toilet? It was another doctor anyways. I just like, I'm over here. You? Wow! You know what that means, right? So your makeup purse, yeah. You need your body cream. You can just make do with the oil we packed earlier, the coconut oil. That's what I do, so I don't bother. You also need a nylon bag for your dirty clothes. Those used clothes, you don't want to feed them back in the bag where the unused clothes are. So you need a separate, either a bag, a shopping bag, or nylon, whatever, where you can store the dirty clothes, the used clothes. And then you need a bath bucket. If you happen to deliver in a hospital that doesn't have an bathroom in your room and suite, no overhead shower, you need your own personal bucket and baler like this. So you need that on your list. And of course, if you're going to be going to the hospital during this COVID-19 era, you need your face mask. Okay, you need a good supply of that, and possibly enough, so in case a visitor comes around and doesn't have one, and it's a visitor that has to be there, you can just offer, right? You need a good supply of your nose mask. And at this point, I think, yeah, we have all the basics covered. So if you're packed like this, one for the child and one for you, I believe you have everything you'll be needing, and you won't have to shop from the hospital's mommy market or whatever at an expensive price, with limited option and choices too. So if you made it to this point of the video, I'll need you to comment what fruit now, apples, in the comment section. And I also want to thank you so much for watching. And until I see you again next time, please stay happy, stay safe, and in case you missed the exercise back then, please see that, yeah, the subscription button, click it, and the bell too, click it too. Thank you so much, and